guys, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is David, aka fan number 1. And he had a question. He wants to know, out of all of the remaining house guests, who do I think has no chance of making it to the jury? This could go a couple different ways, but I'm gonna go with Adele or Paul. But Adele, you'll see in this video, Adele is causing some problems. So yeah, I guess my answer is Adele. Dazim. If you guys want to be house guests of the day, just send me a private message on YouTube and we'll make it happen. So let's talk about the Secret War Room house guests first. Let's not forget, they are playing their own little game right now. Only one of them is going to make it onto the show. So yesterday, Big Brother gave them some patriotic Canada gear to dress up in, and they had 1 hour to get ready and to plan out their pleas to Canada. So you better get your S together quickly and tell everyone why you should stay. So they got to make their speeches in the diary room and you know, make their case of why they would be the best one of the 3 to go into the house. And they actually posted those on Big Brother Canada's new Instagram, so I will leave the link to that in the info for this video if you want to check it out, and you probably do. And then come back here and let me know who you want to make it onto the show. Alright, so let's talk about the main house now. Sarah, Kenny, and Arlie were all working together to look for a secret room. What? How did they know? Well, they don't actually know. They're just speculating. They didn't find it. So, let's talk about the D-bag alliance really quickly of Kyle, Paul, and Adele. Kyle knows that he's in trouble. He can sense that back door opening. He can feel the breeze. He's not on the block yet, but he knows it's coming. Guess what, Kyle? It's happening because you're in with the wrong crowd. And you're a tool. I'm sorry, I can't blame it all on who he's associating with. He's with that group for a reason. So Adele and Paul, meanwhile, continue to play the victim. They're calling Andrew a racist still. It's just not a good look. So Andrew also finds out that they know about the plan to backdoor Kyle, which goes against his plan of making it a surprise. So he was pretty annoyed about that. He really wanted that satisfaction of seeing those shocked faces when Kyle is the one leaving this week. So I don't think there was a blow up about that, but he wasn't happy about it. So we did get a daily dose of drama anyway yesterday, and it was insane. So it all started pretty much with this argument that Sarah was having with Kyle and Adele. She was like, you guys need to stop playing so personally. I'm sick of it! I feel like she says that like all the time. I don't know if she actually said it this time, I just imagined it. But then others were joining in and it just became this mess. Sabrina was crying hysterically because she doesn't get along with Adele. They've had this thing for like a long time, since the beginning. A long time. It started like last week. But since like the very beginning of the game, because they had some disagreements or something about religion, there were comments that were taken the wrong way, I don't know, whatever. But she was really upset. And then Paul saw how upset that she was, and he went and was freaking out at Kyle and Adele and was like, why are you fighting with everyone, blah, 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 blah. Come on. To me, it seemed really fake. It seemed like a strategical move. Oh, my dentures are slipping. A strategical move, and he's trying to separate himself from those two so that he's not being associated with them anymore. But they saw right through it. They were like, you know what? You're not part of the Outsiders group anymore. You can't hang out with us. When you get kicked out of the Outsiders group, you're a real loser. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. So they were ticked off because Paul has been going around and like campaigning and stuff when he knows that he's safe. He's not the real target this week, and they didn't like that. So then Adele was freaking out. He was like threatening to punch people. He was like, the first person to make a comment about my religion, my sexuality, anything is getting a punch in the face. So he was freaking out. He was giving the cameras all the finger. He was talking about something with Sabrina, like changing the rules or something. I don't know what he was babbling on about, but it was not good. And Big Brother was not happy with him. So we're gonna get back to that. But anyways, Big Brother wanted the girls to choreograph and perform a dance. So they did, but I guess they only had like 10 minutes of preparation, which is like no time at all, but they pulled it off. So back to the craziness. The rumors were flying last night because the feeds in the main house were off, and in the war room, apparently they were supposed to have diary room sessions, and Big Brother was like, guess what guys, we can't do it tonight because of unfortunate events. So everyone was taking that to mean that like someone got expelled or someone self-evicted, and then there was like a leaked shot of some production guy in the storage room with what looked like luggage. So everyone was like, oh my god, Adele's out of the game. He's not. Sorry. But yeah, more about the war room really quickly. Contessa made her debut in the war room today. It was exciting, and I'm talking about Scott in drag. It's not a new person. But I have a question for you guys. Anyone who watched season 1. Who's better, Contessa or Zoe Winber? Let me know. Leave it in the comments. I'm going to tell you right now, my vote is 100% for Zoe Winber. Amazing. Love you, Gary. So, they had the Power Veto competition. It's unclear whether it was last night or what because the feeds were off for a while. So, Kenny was the winner, which puts Andrew in a really good position because they're, like, tight. So, you know Kenny is going to go through with Andrew's plan, and they had the POV ceremony. He used the POV on Netta. And then Andrew put Kyle on the block. So it means it's Paul versus Kyle. Who do you guys think is going this week? Got a couple of days, but what do you think? So, one last quick thing. Today, Big Brother pulled a fast one, or tried to. They put this like weird mug in the house after a lockdown, and I don't know who exactly was on it. People were saying it was like a fan of the show. It was like a selfie on a coffee mug, and the house guests were like, what the F is this? And then I think on the other side there was like little graphics of like cell phones or something. So I don't know if this has something to do with their reward that they still haven't received from the other day, but if you guys know, let me know, because that would be cool. So until tomorrow, much love.
2, 1. Edit.